Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Natalie and this is Eve's Rising Tarot, and this is a general collective love reading for you and the person on your mind. In this reading I will tap into how your person is viewing the connection right now, their overall feelings towards you, thoughts towards you, and vice versa. The strongest crossing and connecting energies and any clarifying that needs to be done for those energies. And at that point we'll kind of shift over to you and focus on you, what it is that you need to see, what's in your blind spot, what are your strengths, what is this lesson this person's presence in your life is presenting you at this time. It'll help you to see more of your involvement and the focus on you. So with that in mind, let's get into it. What is your person's overall energy towards this connection right now? What is your person's overall view of this connection as it stands? Danger. A sense of foreboding fills the air and weighs on their mind. A lurking menace stalks you and keeps you alert. So this person is on high alert. How they're viewing this connection is something has triggered their nervous system. Something has triggered their fear response or their fight or flight response. And there's a sense of danger, almost a strong desire to run and to get away from it. It says here, our hidden fears resurface and past wounds reopen with doubt. Past wounds. So this person, it feels like they have kind of been triggered by this connection, and that's how they're viewing it. These unresolved emotions will only grow stronger if they are not faced. So, this is how they're viewing the connection right now. All right. I want to get a little bit more about that. Tell me more about this, babe. Let's grab 2 tarot. How is the viewer's person viewing the connection, feeling about the connection right now in their life, its presence in their life? And clarifying that we have the Page of Cups, 7 of Wands, somebody who is inspired, somebody who is standing and viewing this connection and feeling a bubbling up and turbulent emotions as a result of it, but feeling a need to stay above the emotions, to stay in control on top of the emotions, and to feel guarded, or to act in a way that is very guarded and untrusting. In a sense, this person feels that to feel emotion or to be washed over, I'm hearing, by the emotion felt is the threat, is in a sense where they will lose themselves or lose their power or their higher ground, if you will, on this connection. But nonetheless, they are fascinated, intrigued, and very curious about the connection, but fearful of it. And as that first card explained, it was due to past experiences, wounds. So danger. So your person is a fighter. They are, how I had mentioned, this fight or flight energy. Their response is to fight, which is showing up in the form of controlling the flow of it. How much is let in, how much is felt. They have a strong fear of feeling and allowing this to flow. Okay. How are each of you viewing this connection? Let's grab a tarot for each. How are you each viewing, actually, let's do one another. How are you each viewing each other? Your overall energies towards one another presently as you're listening to this reading. Oh, too many there. Overall energies of the viewer towards their person and vice versa. 2. Your energy towards this person. They are everything in life you're working towards. Somebody you want a family with. Somebody you want to go through this life experience with, and to be open with and trusting, and to have a depth of connection that you've never had before. Okay, and their energy towards you. They see you as the Empress. And that is the trigger right there, is the depth of their feelings for you was triggered by, or that fear response was triggered by that depth. They see you as abundant, beautiful, and if you are a female viewer, somebody who is very much in their femininity and embodying just all traits that are feminine and beautiful and magnetic. You are somebody who sits in their power. And if you are a man or a male listening to this reading, you have a very magnetic feel and vibe towards you that they are drawn to. Okay. And the Chariot's at the bottom, and that kind of tells me that they are mentally trying to push through this fear, this triggering, this danger, this need to be on top of it and to control the narrative and control the flow. Control is how this person responds to being triggered, to that fight or flight response, that threat to their safety. Tell me more about this Ten of Pentacles for you. Why the Ten of Pentacles and how you're viewing this person? Why the Ten of Pentacles? Let's actually get a clarifier for each of you. For your energies towards one another. Two. Okay, so clarifying your Ten of Pentacles energy towards them. Mystic. Polar Bear. Know that challenges make you stronger. There's a sense of adversity in this experience with this person. They challenge you. It doesn't just flow and you don't get your way with this person. They challenge you. It's also in this challenging you, it's causing you to go within and to not just go within into your thinking mind, but go into the stillness and the understanding and that voice within that's guiding you, that eternal compass. In some sense, the way that you're viewing this person is the happy ending, right? They are helping you to see a strength within you in a way that no one ever has. You may be somebody who has a tendency to go at life in a solo way, and that maybe you have people around you, or you're surrounded by people, or you have friends. But as far as the depth of your view of life and purpose and the depth of your emotions, those are things that you navigate and handle alone. This person is challenging you in some way. And that's how you're viewing it. And that's what's causing you to see some sort of connection and happy ending with this person. Or causing you to see that possibility and potential. Clarifying the Empress is regeneration. As a survivor, you are unparalleled, meaning your person. Survivor, this kind of points to that your person has been through some stuff, some experiences in life that looking at them you may not realize. They're very adaptable. This person doesn't quit. They are incredibly strong-willed. Master of regeneration. And when I think of a lizard regeneration, I mean, if their tail gets bitten off by a predator, it can grow back. And, you know, experience in this life, or in this person's life, that have robbed them of confidence, of security, of trust, of faith, they have been able to heal those and get their faith back in life. You remind them of their strength. Maybe in some sense they see a little bit of you, or themselves in you, and they have a deep respect for it. You may be somebody, yes, you're somebody that's gone at it alone, it feels like, maybe. Okay. Community at the bottom. What do I want to do for this one? What is the strongest connecting love energy here between you and this person existing right now? Where are you in resonance, on the same frequency, aligned in regards to this connection? What is the strongest connecting energy existing between and felt by both, on both sides? Peace. Both of you make and allow for peace in your lives and stillness, and this is something that's very important to both of you. You have a tendency to move away, or to distance yourself, or to put up boundaries or walls to things, people, experiences that threaten your peace. Your peace is paramount. Both of you. And how I had said that your person sees a little bit of themselves in you, and there's a deep respect because your person understands what it's been like to walk a path of that reflection that they see of themselves in you. Let's see what that looks like. Tell me more about that. Spirit, please clarify. Peace is the strongest connecting energy. And I'm getting a little bit that your coming together and all that has happened has, in a little sense, kind of disturbed the peace. I think a little bit for both. Why peace for the viewer and their person as the connecting energy? 3, 2... Okay. So clarifying peace for you, obscurity, secrets, mysteries, concealing. Maybe you are somebody who keeps... this feels like kind of an energy that's on both sides. It was really kind of mirroring or adding on to what I had just said about this person, or I can't remember who it was about actually. It might have been you or the person, take it as it resonates, but someone who might be surrounded by friends and have people in their life, but there are deep experiences, emotional experiences, and life purpose type dialogue experiences within that are not shared. They are very quiet. And It feels like you don't have either many or any people around you that you feel confident in sharing your secrets with. Mystic and mysteries. Okay, so for your person, open heart, so clarifying peace for them, open heart, receptive, vulnerable. How they see you as the Empress. That is what makes them feel vulnerable. That is what triggers their nervous system and causes them to feel a deep sense of discomfort in their energy, their nervous system when they are in your presence. It's triggering to them, and it is triggered by a past wound. Fight or flight. Their heart is very receptive to your frequency. And like a flower that has been closed, a bud, you have an energy that without their permission or approval, you are opening up this bud that's been closed. And there is a lot of feeling, a lot of receptivity, a lot of stimulus coming into their emotional body. The heart chakra may have been blocked, but you are helping this person to stir up, regurgitate almost past unhealed wounds of the heart, of human connection, of emotions. And it is, in a sense, disturbed their peace. That is the danger that is approaching from this person's perspective. Maybe there was a part of how I had mentioned how I think of a lizard, and when they lose their tail, there is a sense of regeneration because they can grow it back. And perhaps it feels like this person lost a part of their heart to someone in a separation of some sort. Something that they felt was taken from them and could never be given back. And in a sense, that part of their heart is blooming and opening and regenerating and filling. Realizations. Light in the darkness. Awakening in the heart. What is the strongest crossing energy? Strongest crossing energy. Where are the blockages here? What stands in the way? And we'll clarify what comes out for each side. Strongest crossing energy is transformation. Healing. Rising out of the shadows and the darkness, things unseen, boundaries that are within the mind that are unseen, so they cannot be combated or chosen differently. So the crossing energy is the opportunity that through this connection, major transformations can happen or will happen once there is a sense of surrender. I want to see what that looks like. Okay. Why transformation? And I had said a light in the darkness for this card that I looked at the bottom of the deck, and I just feel a very, there's a lot of similarity in the imagery, the light, right? Understandings and awakenings. When a light is turned on, you can see the wounds, right? Things that are unseen within the subconscious, if they are not seen, there is no opportunity to choose something different for yourself, for their self. So through this connection is a a huge opportunity for transformation through an understanding of the woundings that still pull the strings from the shadows in each of your subconscious. But this is the blockage, so that in a sense means there is a resistance to it. Okay. Why? I want to get 2 clarifying cards. I'm going to draw the cards and keep them face down so I can look at them and see what comes right away. Why transformation is the strongest crossing energy? Let's get a clarifier for the viewer and their person. Why transformation is the strongest crossing? Why transformation is the strongest crossing? So for you, the need to be right, control, argument loop, fear of losing. The transformation is stepping aside with the ego and letting the soul speak. I'm kind of getting the vision of a person who is listening to somebody speak, but really not listening. They're contemplating and formulating a response to what has been said without truly hearing and seeing and feeling the explanation and the voice of a person trying to explain something important to them. So a need to be right, control loop, okay. And for your person, healing bypass, impatience, spiritual bypass, and quick fix. The resistance to transformation on their side is an impatience with the process, wanting it to be over, wanting to have the answers, wanting to be there before they're there. Okay. Why transformation is the strongest crossing energy? Let's get an additional layer of clarification for the viewer and their person. Why transformation? Why transformation? 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's see. So what came out for you? So clarifying additional insight of this need to be right. I am all in my head. The head is the domain of the ego, right? The need to be right, control, argument looping, fear of losing. This is also a mirror image and a reflection of what I had said about your person. Needing to be in control in response to triggering, in response to a fight or flight mentality that was brought about in them, right? It's undeniable the need to pursue this and want to understand this and to have fun with this and to experience this beautiful connection. But there is a push and pull of, I need to protect, I want to be part of it, I want to feel it, but I need to stay in control of it, right? So you're being called to take the time to rest, and in that time be open to creative pursuits. Surround yourself with things that please your senses and be gentle with yourself. I am all in my head. There's a need to lay down this argumentative mentality, this fear of losing. There is an opportunity for transformation in reframing these beliefs. I need to be in control. Control is an illusion. I am flowing with what happens. I am present with the experience. And everything that happens with this person and myself is happening for me. An argument loop is speaking of a pattern, cyclical conversation and dialogue that is happening over and over and over, that is preventing forward movement because they're spiraling, right? And fear of losing. What is it? Challenge yourself and ask yourself, what is it that you feel you are losing in controlling, needing to be right? Okay. Create with pleasure. Reframe these thoughts and step into a more flowing state. Resist these impulses to control, to argue, and to be right, and to need to win. And with this red, this could be, you or your person could be a fire sign. Take it as it resonates. Okay, and then clarifying this healing bypass, this impatience, this needing quick fix mentality. I am alone. And I do feel that this person here, this healing bypass, he looks very much alone in the darkness, focused on whatever it is he's focused on. So this person, this quick fix, this wanting to make everything right and happy and peaceful again, is driven by a desire to have connection, to have support, to have love. Dear child, you are safe and loved as you continue on your journey of self-exploration. This person is aware. There is awareness and understandings that have come to light for this person that there is healing work to do. That there are wounds from the past that are still carried with them. That this path to transformation and enlightenment requires healing. Requires going towards that which has been brought to their attention and courageously stepping towards it, facing it, and owning it. But there's a desire for this person to bypass it, to go around, to think that maybe there's a better or easier way. There's a very pessimistic and disturbed and unhappy look on this person's face in this image of the bypassing, going through the shadows instead of straight into what has been shown to this person. Reverting to that defensive energy of the Seven of Wands, needing to protect, needing to be in control. This is a behavior and a coping mechanism and pattern of self-preservation. What is it that your person is most drawn to and pulled in by you? What is the most magnetic aspect of you that this person is drawn to and attracted to? They are drawn to your ability to communicate. You know, how you just move forward, you follow what you're inspired to do. You don't question it, you just go towards it. You are very passionate about your path in life and how you go about the things that matter to you. I want to get another one because that Eight of Wands. Tell me more about this Eight of Wands as far as what the viewer's person is most strongly attracted to. 3, 2, 1. Judgment. You are very passionate about understanding path and purpose and understanding and growing and evolving as a person. You aren't afraid of letting an old self and version of you die and stepping into a more aligned and courageous version of you. Your sights are set on a higher power and purpose, and that is what your focus is going towards, and nothing is going to stop you. And this person is insanely, whether it be conscious or unconsciously, they are drawn to that. That is the Empress energy. That is the magnetism. That is the abundance and purpose. Two of Cups on the bottom. So what came out? So Eight of Wands and Judgment for what they are most strongly drawn to in you, be it known or, you know, in their unseen world. And then Two of Cups. They are inspired by who you are. They've never met somebody like you that is so focused, and not in a fanatical way, but really in a truly divinely inspired and connected and aligned temperance type path, right? They're witnessing you do things that to them seem miraculous, unlike anything they've seen or witnessed or known in a person before. What are they keeping from you? What is this person keeping from you? Not sharing, keeping under wraps, preserving, obscuring. What is this person keeping from you? What important aspect? Okay. I have a lot of respect for the elderly and I follow their advice without questioning. I also follow tradition even if it's outdated. The Hierophant. Also with the Hierophant, I feel like it is taking a step and an experience in life that has opened a doorway to higher learning, higher perspective, going down a path that is not mainstream or what the masses know to be truth, right? It is a path that one treads down to find firsthand experiences and understandings for themselves. So it feels like for me with this is somebody who is traditional, whether they want to be or not. The way they look at life is very traditional. The way that they view partners is very traditional. But they cannot help be in this Page of Cups energy of being inspired and tantalized and pulled towards who you are and what life frequency you're on and you're treading and you're living, right? You are on a different level. That's what I'm getting. And this person is in awe of you. Okay. Let's shift to you. And let's kind of take a look over here. What's in your blind spot? As far as know thyself, grow, evolve, expand. What is it that is in your blind spot right now that this lesson, this person is encouraging you and nudging you to see? Surrender worry and surrender to prayer. Make a commitment not to lead an anxiety-driven life, somebody who is in their mind, right? I am all in my head. I need to be right. Fire sign. Make a commitment not to lead an anxiety-driven life when worry arises. Breathe them out of your body. Focus on the power of your heart and have faith that Spirit is guiding you always, right? And for what I had mentioned also is a need, the opportunity for transformation right in front of you, that next step that you don't see, that's being communicated right now from your higher mind, your higher self, is reframe your thoughts. Start paying attention to the details of how you're thinking and how those thoughts are in turn creating emotions that are felt in the body, and how those emotions are triggering certain responses in the way you operate your life. Surrender to prayer and give yourself over completely to it. When you pray from your heart, you will be heard throughout the universe and answers and support will arrive. This feels like a message to stop taking the weight of this life experience on your own shoulders. Your ego thinks it's the only one that exists. And it's you and your ego against the world. And everyone's ego is like that, right? But we are beyond. We are so much more than the identity that tethers us to this experience. Quiet the mind and the soul will speak. Quiet the ego, and your inner guidance, the part of you that is God, will talk to you, will guide you. Any confusion you have. So, get out of the mind and get into the soul, into the heart, into the stillness. Let's see here. I want to get a little bit. What is your strength? I feel like this deck feels right. What is your strength? In this experience right now, what energy, what frequency? This one came. What is your strength right now? How does your person view you? You are a creator. Once you stop thinking and operating and fighting for your life in a sense of I've got to work hard. If I work hard, I get results. There is a part of you that really needs to set that mentality in the back seat and understand that your mind, your thoughts, the reality that you see for yourself in your mind and that you embody and become is what is your strength, is your magnetic aspect. Whatever you take into that stillness, whatever you visualize, whatever you create as your reality in your meditative state, life has no choice but to bring it to your doorstep. You are a creator. Abundance lies in your aspect to reside in your power and to become magnetic. And to get out of this lack mentality. I work hard, but I never get what I want. Right? Hierophant. Okay. Let's get a message from your higher self. What is your higher self? The aspect of your consciousness that is untapped, that sees beyond a more expansive view of your life, your potential, your path. Bird's eye view. What does your higher self want to say to you right now? What would you like to say to the collective? Focus on what is important to you. Don't give your time or energy to worries. Get out of the anxiety. The power of the soul is in the present moment. It's not in tomorrow. It's not in some imagined story. Don't give your time or energy to your worries, as this would only amplify them. Where attention goes, energy flows. What are you thinking about? What do you let run off-leash, uninhibited through your thoughts? And as I had mentioned before, it's time to really start paying attention to what is happening, the thoughts, the patterns of thought that are playing out in your mind without your awareness. It's time to become aware, right? This opportunity for transformation is breaking the loop, lessening or loosening your grip of control, and letting go of this story of belief that losing control is dangerous. That's where your power is, right? With every thought, you are creating your future. I am all in my head. I need to be right. I'm getting an image of a movie called 10 Things I Hate About You, where one of the young guy that's helping his kind of nerdy friend win the younger sister, he is talking to the guy that was paid to kind of seduce the older sister who made a mistake, right? And bruise the ego of this older, prideful girl that they're trying to win over. And he said something about lay down. I can't remember. You'll have to look at it, but it's the part of the movie where they're watching this older sister play soccer, and basically what had happened is the older sister was drunk and leaned in for a kiss from this guy that was actually paid to date her but starting to gain feelings for her, and he didn't want to kiss her while she was drunk, so he said maybe we should do this another time. And her in her defensive, like, vulnerable state took it as an insult rather than him being respectful and honoring her and not wanting to do that with her when she was in that state of mind. And basically it was saying, you embarrassed her by doing this thing. Do something that equally, shows that you are embarrassed, or even the score, right? So that's what I'm getting with this. And your person, lay down your arms. Interesting. Okay. I wish I knew the exact words. I've just seen that movie so many times and that just came to me. Okay. What advice does your higher self have for you? What actionable advice you can act upon now does your higher self have for you? How can I surrender even more in this moment? It is essential to have clear, strong intentions of what we desire, but it's equally important for us to detach from the outcome. It's time to surrender. Let the universe have some breathing room to work. Let go of the wheel, that tendency to need to control, and trust so deeply that your trust turns into gratitude for what you cannot yet see, but you know is coming. Today's soul action. Know this so deeply that your soul vibrates. You are not alone. Oh, and that was also clarifying for your person too. So kind of a message for both of you, his or hers energy, clarifying this crossing energy as I am alone, right? Know this so deeply that your soul vibrates. You are not alone. Your life has purpose, and the more you surrender, the more God can produce miracles in your life. Flow. Don't fight against life because you will lose. You will be in a weakened state, and your power is not in fighting the great creator of all that is. Your power is aligning and flowing with the path that has been laid out for you, and trust in it, and amplify and create and beautify that experience with the clarity and purity of your thoughts, your kingdom of heaven. Today's mantra, I surrender. I accept all that I cannot change, and I release the outcome, and I joyfully trust the process. How can you surrender this need to be right, this need to control, this tendency to argue, this inability to never lose, right? Interesting. Okay, and let's get an angel number to close it out. What would you like to say to the collective, Spirit? Seven has been coming out for me a lot as well. So synchronicity. Receive. Ask in my name and you shall receive. That's what I'm hearing with this. You are a conduit of the magical, loving energy of the universe. Radiating with abundance and beauty, your path is manifesting in perfect synchronicity, reflecting how consequential your efforts are. You have put in all the hard work, and you are now reaping the rewards. Synchronicity. Make time to connect with your intuition, with the stillness within. That is where answers and guidance to anything that is confusing to you right now lie. That is where you will find the answers. Release the grip of control and open your hand to heaven. And you will see manifested in this stage of life abundance, right? Your power is releasing the grip of this lack mentality of loss and never enough and abandonment and being left out in the cold, and residing in the knowingness that you are a spark of God, that within you lies the creative ability of the creative source of all that is, right? I'm going to leave the reading there. I hope it was helpful for you. If it was, let me know. I'd love to hear your feedback. And I'm sending you guys all so much love. And also on the bottom, right? We have 2 Empress cards out here. They're both 3, right? Also, the first energy that came out is this danger, which is 33. So creativity. When you tap into the creative energy within you, unlock the riches of your inner being. And bring your vision to life. Allow your heart to open. Let your emotions flow and give voice to your soul, right? Quiet the mind and the soul will speak. This is going into meditation. That is where that happens. You cannot open the doorway to the superconscious, to the unseen eternal library of everything that is. There is one path, one doorway, and it is through the subconscious. There's no way around that. Embrace the freedom to express yourself fully, for this is where true magic and creativity are born. Use your voice. Speak your truth. You are creative, right? Okay. I saw that as I was doing my little closing thing, so I had to say it. Sending you guys all so much love, and I will talk to you soon.